Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Moonroot Mystics. Here we explore the cycles of the moon, the wisdom of the cards, and the mysteries of spirit. This will be your general weekly reading for November 10th through the 14th. Okay, let's see what's coming in. What is coming in for Libra this week, guardian angels? What is coming in for Libra this week, guardian angels? What is coming in for Libra? What is coming in for Libra this week? Oh, that was quick. All right. So you've got the Elder of Wands, the Elder of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Death card, and the Oracle of Swords. Then overall is the Tower card. I believe that the Elder of Wands and the Elder of Pentacles is like the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands, but I'm going to read on them in this deck because it might not have the same interpretation. So let's make sure we are correct. All right, Elder of Wands. This charismatic and magnetic elder listens to every vibration of their surroundings and plans accordingly. They enlist the help of others who are more than happy to help, as there is a collective belief in the elder's visionary abilities. This card represents someone who is capable of maturely assessing a situation, delegating tasks, and leaving a legacy. It speaks to vitality, moral virtue, and knowing when to shed old skin. Okay, so definitely different than what I thought, so I'm glad I read what their interpretation was. Okay. Vitality, moral virtue, and knowing when to shed one's old skin. All right, let's Let's read on the Elder of Pentacles. The Elder of Pentacles represents all the worldly success and material abundance we crave. To build an empire, you need self-discipline. You've got to believe you deserve it and put in the time and effort to make it happen. Be methodical in your plans. Look to leaders in your field for guidance. Building on wisdom of others will increase the value of your own virtues. Okay, so like an entrepreneurial type of energy, right? So kind of like the King of Pentacles. That's someone who's very like entrepreneur, very successful, right? Good with his money. But why do you have, it's like you have these two energies, and then you have a painful ending, something that like a betrayal, a backstabbing. That chapter seems to end, seems to close, and then you have this clarity, but you've got a Tower moment coming in here. I'm going to pull some more cards to get some more clarity. Because I'm like, is this your energy that you're in? Right? Of like being very charismatic and, you know, having a lot of vitality to you and really being passionate about what you're working in and having that King of Pentacles energy, and then something painful happens. I'm pulling more cards. I don't know. I'm not sure. What is coming in for Libra this week? What is coming in for Libra this week? What is coming in for Libra this week? Oh, that was interesting. Yeah. Having mental clarity, right, with the Oracle of Swords, and emotional clarity with the Oracle of Cups. I can see that you're moving away, because these two cards came out in the middle of the deck. They didn't land on the table, but I can see that you're moving away from whatever it is you've been worried about, been looking over your shoulders on, been concerned with. Mercy, sorry. I can see that you're moving towards that, right? What is coming in for Libra this week? Guardian angels. What is coming in for Libra this week? What is coming in for Libra? What is coming in for Libra this week? Oh, thank you. Beautiful. That was over the death card. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. Okay. I really don't like taking a lot, but I feel like I have to with this case, so we're going to. Okay, so over the death card, like between whatever closes out, which I think is this painful ending for you, right? There was a painful ending, there was a betrayal, there was heartache, there was something heavy here that ended, right? I can see that it's done. And I can see that it has to do with a connection because you've got the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. I feel like a connection that is having a new beginning, right? There's been a new start in a relationship. What you don't see coming, because then you have the Moon with the Wheel of Fortune. This is the path that is destined, right? You've got one door that closes and the next one opens. Followed by the High Priestess. Yeah, I feel like sorry, I keep clearing my throat. I feel like there was a judgment call here, like there was a decision that was made, right? Maybe there was some outside interference in a relationship, some competition, some conflict, maybe outside opinions that weren't wanted, that was causing some trouble in the connection. You do have some energy that I'm like, is this like an outsider's energy here? This Elder of Wands and Elder of Pentacles that caused this heartbreak with the Ten of Swords? I'm not sure, because something about that energy doesn't really make sense to me. Like, and it's not that the cards don't make sense. They just don't make sense. Like, I just keep feeling like they don't make sense in this energetic combo that we have going on here. I'm like, they don't belong. So, yeah, and then underneath that again, the Tower and the Three of Swords. So, yeah, I think maybe there was some outside interference in this connection. But, you know, Spirit is saying, like, that door is closed. That painful ending is done. There's mental clarity and emotional clarity coming in. Like, this is the path that is destined, because that door is closing and the next one is opening, right? That's what you don't see, is that there is a new door opening for this connection, for this relationship, right? Let's see. Is there anything else you want to add for Libra this week? Anything else you want to add for Libra this week, Guardian Angels? Anything else you want to add for Libra? Anything else you want to add for Libra? Oof. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just giving me more clarity on the pain behind all of this, right? Like, Goodness, I'm so sorry. I know that's probably really annoying. Let me grab my water real quick so I can stop doing that. Okay, so because these cards landed on top of this energy, let me just change my screen. You can see a little better. Because these cards landed on top of your relationship that is in a new beginning that you don't see coming is this next chapter, right? This destiny. I feel like it's just saying like there's an apology coming in for all of this, because the Champion of Cups is essentially the Knight of Cups in traditional tarot, which is known as a messenger. You see it a lot when there's any kind of message coming in, whether that's from like a new boss or a partner. A lot of the times it's an apology, though. It's an emotional message that's coming in. And I can see that this message is in regards to some fighting, right? Some arguing, some going back and forth with each other, a lot of conflict here, right? A lot of words flying around that don't need to be flying around. And this has kept you very stuck, you very trapped. Traditionally, it's a woman with her blindfold on and she doesn't know how to move forward. It's interesting. And in this deck, they made it a lion in a cage, right? Both interpretations is you are locked mentally in a cage. Like you are keeping yourself stuck mentally, right? And what's beautiful, though, is at the end of all these cards was the Temperance card, which is a card of healing and balance and emotional stability, right? So I see that whoever this is, whatever, that I think is, I find it interesting that it was like these energies was on this side of the Ten of Swords and then all this energy on the other side of the Ten of Swords. I think this is the outsider's energy, right? Which calls the Ten of Swords. But that is over now. The relationship seems to have a new path, one that is destined because the old door has closed. You're opening a new door. I can see that mental and emotional clarity is coming in, right? But I also see that there's an apology coming in for all this chaos. And I think that apology and owning up for what happened in the connection is going to allow you to come out of that mental cage, out of that overthinking, out of that like toxic mindset of just like thinking about the instance over and over and over and over and over again, right? I think it's going to bring in that healing that this needs. So that's what I have for you this week, Libra. If this messenger, I need more coffee. Clearly, I cannot talk. Okay. That's what I have for you this week, Libra. If this message resonates, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would truly appreciate the support from you guys. Feel free to comment down below as well. Would love to hear from y'all. And have an awesome day. Bye, my little mystics.